total underdog. They're not the big powerhouse that's there all the time, like your North Carolinas, your Dukes, your Kentuckys, your Kansases even, kind of. And so I went Michigan State. So I was very, very happy that Villanova pulled it off, and congratulations to the Wildcats once again on their national championship. Whew, all right, well, that puts us at Balls Deep Thought of the Day, and I didn't want the show to last this long, but that's what I say every week. Here we are, and so let's just get Balls Deep Thought of the Day really quick and out there. We'll go off a topic that we just talked about, and it'll just kind of be food for thought, as we do sometimes, until next time. But I want to bring it back to the University of Connecticut women's basketball Huskies. I mean, like I said, what they've done the last several years is every bit the definition of a dynasty. What Gino Auriemma has done over his entire tenure there, with Taurasi and Lobo and Maya Moore and all the amazing talent and teams and success that he's had and put through that university, it is the definition of the sports phrase dynasty. That's not what the deep thought is. That's not what we're thinking about. The deep thought is where. And this is comparing apples to steaks, okay? Because you can compare apples to oranges. I've never understood that phrase. It's like comparing apples to oranges. You can compare apples to oranges. They have enough in common, but they have enough different where you can compare and contrast them, and it makes sense. You can also compare apples to apples, because no two apples are exactly the same. So I've never understood that. But what we're doing here is we're not comparing apples to apples or apples to oranges. We're like comparing apples to steaks. Or apples to spaghetti, like it's an entire. They're both food, but that's about it. Other than that, they're very, very different, and the similarities tend to cease. But that's what we're going to attempt to do here. Where in the history of sports dynasties does Gino Auriemma's UConn Huskies rank? So we're including the entire Gino Auriemma era at UConn. We're referring to that as the dynasty. Where does that rank in the pantheon of all-time great sports dynasties? Well, it's got to be up there with the John Wooden, UCLA Bruin dynasty. It's got to be up there with the Jordan Bulls dynasty. It's got to be up there. It's probably better than any NFL dynasty, anything the Cowboys ever did, anything the Packers, anything, who else? Niners, Steel Curtain, any of those. In my opinion, maybe not. I don't know. 80s 49er, Walsh 49ers was a pretty good one. Belichick era Patriots, definitely one to consider as well. Baseball Yankees. That one, it's hard to even put a time period on that. It's such a monstrous dynasty. So, that one, that's to me, if we had to pick the greatest dynasty in sports, I'd just say the Yankees from, the time they got Babe Ruth until now. But there's a lot more loss in there as well, and we're making exceptions and bending rules. But that's, like I said, it's apples to pancakes, So, where in the history of sports dynasties does this UConn dynasty rank in the all-time greats? I think it's top 5, easily. I mean, I think we got to take the Yankees, and I think we probably got to take the modern-day Patriots, the Belichick-era Patriots, honesty, in the day and age that they're competing in, what they're competing against, and the continued success that they've had almost every single year. There's only been like 2 years in 13 or 14 that they haven't won their division title. That's insane. That's insane. But we're keeping it to teams, okay? So you can't say like Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer, Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, no into Tiger Woods, Serena Williams. None of that stuff. No individual sports athletes. It's got to be a team, okay? Team sports. That's one of, some things have to be in common, Otherwise, it'd be comparing apples to bicycles. Like, we're not doing that. No. Okay. And again, we're not going to arrive at a final decision here. It's food for thought. But I just, put 5 minutes of thought into it. Just try to brainstorm, the greatest sports team dynasties, college sports and pro sports that you can think of. I did. There's plenty more. Celtics, Lakers, both Los Angeles Lakers and the original Minneapolis Lakers with George Mikan. There's plenty. Okay, there's plenty to choose from. A soccer nerd could probably find a really good one. But I don't know. I think honestly, I think this UConn's definitely in my top 5 out of all sports ever for dynasties. Maybe top 3. I don't think I could put them over the Yankees if I'm allowed to. I mean, no. Even if I had to narrow down a Yankees era, more specifically going to Ruth and Gehrig and DiMaggio and Mantle and I could narrow it down, and I'd still probably have to go with the Yankees dynasty, unfortunately. But UConn might be there for runner-up or top 3. Definitely top 5. That's what we'll settle on for tonight. All right. Well, again, thank you as always for tuning into the show. I can't stress enough how much I appreciate it. I really enjoy talking sports because I love sports and I love talking. My friends will vouch for me. So I appreciate that you listen and give me an excuse to do this each and every week. It doesn't matter whether you're enjoying the show on YouTube, SoundCloud, or my personal favorite, the Spreaker app, or if in the coming week or 2 weeks from now, whatever it ends up being, within the next 1 to 2 weeks, if you are again enjoying our show on internet radio, and that will be on glradio.net. Well, I got to get the heck out of here. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Masters. Enjoy baseball. Enjoy hockey. Enjoy basketball. So much sports going on this weekend and this time of year to enjoy. Take it all in, and we'll be talking about it next week here on Balls Deep Sports Talk with yours truly, the one and only Scotty Ball. All right, until next time, I am out of here. Peace.